Hello, my name is Sebastian Pena. My presentation will be about social validation between men and women. And here are my guests that will be viewing this presentation. You can now present yourself.
My name is Josie Reno, and I'm here to listen to Sebastian.
My name is Kim.
My name is Seiji.
Social validation between men and women by me, by my speech communications class. Next slide. My research question was, are men and women the same with receiving social validations, basically compliments? And if so, how does it affect them within their communication skills? Let's go. Why I chose this topic. I wanted to see if men and women had the same reaction towards social validations, or other known as compliments. I also wanted to see if men and women brain structure were the same, and if there was any difference that proved they were different. Well, I also wanted to see if men and women have different social cognition skills. Background on social validation. When you think about social validations, you commonly know them by compliments. Whenever you give a compliment towards someone, you make them feel good, and they see that you notice something about them, and or whatever in case. What they do is by raising your spirits and making you feel good, and process which in turn makes you more attentive when speaking to another person. Even from a complete stranger, telling you a compliment will completely get you off balance and make your day. Next. My thesis. I will be discussing how parents provide social validations to men and women at a young age, to how men and women's brain functionalities are different from one another when being complimented, and in comprehend problems, and in trying out ways to be validated. In this paper, I will be discussing these issues and in trying to explain how men and women are different when perceiving social validations. Social validation at a young age. It looks blurry. Alright. When growing up, children are always being given social validations, compliments since birth, like you do with Reagan and Ryoko.
Yeah, we do.
The social interaction that we get from parents are enough to keep us happy. When receiving those compliments from others, we get the image in our head that we are great and everyone loves us. Those children tend to be well off, meaning they are much more open to people than others. But then there are those who don't get the same message when growing up, when they turn out differently, when their parents don't give them the attention they crave. Here's a quote from the Journal of Child and Family Studies of June 2005. While the view of these raters is certainly important, a social validation assessment on this matter would also need to include the view of parents with direct, practical, and emotional experience of disability. That is, parents with son or daughter with severe, profound, or multiple disabilities. In this quote, it's stating that parents who don't have a stable, practical, and emotional well-being can't possibly give their children the emotional stability of having social validations. In other terms, basically saying that children who don't get the same message or the same attention as other kids do when growing up, they turn out different, and they tend to be much more closed to themselves, and they're not willing to open up to other people around them. Next.
That's true.
The human brain. The human brain is very intricate as it holds all our emotion, intelligence, and many other functions throughout the brain. But seeing how men and women are two totally different beings, the structure of their brain is different, as well as because both male and female both hold different emotions are also the same. But our minds are different as well. Sorry, it was wrong right here. I meant to say that we have the same brain structure. I'm not saying that we have different ones. I have to change it afterwards.
You have to make sure you change it.
So that's not correct. But on with it. But come to find out that the human brain are all the same. Oh, look, I corrected myself.
I know.
A quote from Frontier in neuroscience suggests these related brain structural differences might be related to gender differences in cognition, emotional control, as well as neurological disorders. This study was composed of 20 to 30-year-olds by viewing their values and how they saw each other with others. Next. Differences in values between men and women. From a study, feature analysts in the first hidden layer of 3D PCNNs, the results of a two-sample test of 32 features of men and women show that there are 25 features that have significant differences, including 12 features that women have larger values and 12 features that men have larger values. Basically saying that even though we have the same brain, we hold different values.
Yeah.
Women may crave more about attention, while boys only crave other things. Well, that was. Well, you get the message that
Yeah.
we hold different values.
Yeah, you do.
Personal experience. Next slide. We have all seen what social media does to people.
Well, yeah.
There are thousands of people trying to get recognized and trying to get social validations from others because it's gotten to the point where social validations aren't enough from our parents. But instead from random strangers throughout the internet that are complimenting people of their success, or guys and girls are trying to be in a relationship, trying to receive love from another, as that is a form of social validation. Girls trying to get pretty and getting likes from guys telling them how beautiful they are, while guys, one little social validation is enough for us to be happy, and that one happy interaction stays with us for a while. You get what I mean, Sage, right?
Yeah.
Because, well, for us, there's always these memes, these pictures on the internet saying, oh, last time I spoke with a girl, it's 12 years ago, and I still think about it. And then for girls, it's like, oh, I've talked to a lot of guys in the past weeks. I all love them. And then they forget about it.
Yeah.
And so on. So, yeah.
Next slide.
Yep. Conclusion. In conclusion, we have found that as always, the human brain is the same as any other. Doesn't matter between men and women. The social validations from a young age can truly shape who we are from a young age and develop our mental health. But we found out that men and women, even though have the same structure, but they hold different features from both genders perceive of a greater value than the other gender. In conclusion, men and women have different values that hold in the social validations that the other does not perceive. And next one is work site. Method.